I eat breakfast 300 yards from 4,000 Cubans who are trained to kill me, so don't think for 1 second that you can come down here, flash a badge, and make me nervous.
How could you tell? This is where his genius really came to play.
Probably an IQ near 200. Hi, welcome to Comedy Parenting Radio, the show that rearranges beehives to give it more flavorful honey.
I always wondered how they did that.
You know, there's something to be said about being quarantined or locked down right now, isn't there?
There are a few things that to be said.
First and foremost being phooey.
All right, just give me one thought about being in quarantine.
This is the most epicest time of my entire life.
I think I've done so much working out that I feel like a permanent rubber band.
Today we have a special radio theater for you guys.
We have an interesting case file lined up for you folks today.
The case of the missing Suzie-Qs. Got your curiosity up, right? Stay tuned.
Comedy.
Parenting.
Radio.
Man, I have not seen such a bad storm in such a long time.
My umbrella turned inside out.
I'm completely soaked.
Hey, does anyone have the milk? I need to put it in the fridge.
Okay, guys, there are 5 Suzie-Qs left that we're not gonna eat.
Until tomorrow, right?
That's the plan.
That's a good idea, guys.
It's all agreed.
I agree with it.
Okay, put them right up there in the pantry, all right?
Let's finish putting away these groceries and go to bed.
Sounds good. It's kind of late. Okay, kids, come on over for breakfast.
I'm coming.
That was literally the worst sleep I've ever had.
I feel like every single bone in my body is broke.
I think it's just the weather, you guys. I think it's just the weather.
Well, I certainly hope so. At least it's a nice day.
Well, that would explain the massive aching in my bones.
Hey, Dad, what do we got for breakfast?
Pancakes.
Oh,
Check it out.
yummy.
Dad, you welded the pancakes to the pan again.
Your pancakes look just as burnt steel-like as ever.
They look like manhole covers. In fact, they could probably be manhole covers.
But in a good way.
Dad, why does the pancake look like it was literally put in a forest fire for 2 days?
Dad, I'm sorry, but we cannot eat these.
Okay, well, let's see. What else could we have for breakfast?
The Suzie-Qs.
Oh, yeah, the Suzie-Qs. Let me go get them.
They're right over in the pantry there next to the maple syrup.
Got it. The Suzie-Qs have been stolen.
What do you mean the Suzie-Qs have been stolen?
They're gone.
Nobody steals Suzie-Qs.
How could that be?
Somebody want to go get that?
I'll get it. Elijah's standing outside the door.
That's where you're wrong, miss.
Can I help you?
My name's Dirk Tracksuit, P.I. I'm a detective, and I heard you guys had a robbery.
Who's at the door?
Elijah's mumbling something about pie.
Who's Elijah?
Hi, Elijah, what are you doing standing out there?
I'm not Elijah. I'm Dirk Tracksuit. May I come in?
Sure, come on in. It's your house. Hey, you guys, this is Dirk Tracksuit, private investigator. He says we've had a robbery.
Oh.
Well, you know what, Mr. Tracksuit? We have had a robbery.
That's right.
I surveyed the scene with utmost attentiveness. In the corner, a refrigerator with its door oddly shut. Near the stairs, a bookmark left haphazardly, as if left by someone who was in a hurry. On the floor, a muddy footprint, most likely made by cowboy boots. And to its right, a small blue thread.
I think it was Josiah because he's infamous for his sweet tooth.
No, it's Dad.
Why me?
Because you got up early to start the fire.
Aha! Why would there be a fire if it's April?
There's snow outside, dummy.
It was Courtney because she got up in the middle of the night to order something from Amazon.
I am pretty sure it's Elijah, because he always goes on Midnight Excavates.
Who's this Elijah character you keep speaking about? I haven't heard that name in years. It was Joshua.
Me?
Because Joshua, he walks in his sleep. And he also was talking about Suzie-Qs last night.
How could you tell?
Well, I can tell by the contents between your teeth. You had Raisin Bran for breakfast. And everyone who has Raisin Bran for breakfast on a regular basis walks in their sleep.
How did he know? That wasn't today's breakfast, that was yesterday's.
It couldn't have been Josiah. You know why? Because his brother's bunk bed fell on top of him, and he had to be pried out from underneath it this morning.
How do you know this?
Vitamins.
Well, I know it couldn't have been Joshua, because, well, he does sleepwalk. The only place that he sleepwalks is to the ping pong table, and then he just kind of fidgets with the net and ties it in knots. So I know it couldn't have been Joshua.
And that's when he plays his best games.
Well, you know, it couldn't have been Dad because, well, he did get up and start the fire. You know, his disposition is such that he can't eat anything until lunchtime. This is the reason why he's so bad at making breakfast food, because he's never eaten what he cooks.
And it could not have been Courtney because she's broke right now and she can't even afford to order anything from Amazon.
Dad, weren't you the guy that accused her?
I changed my mind.
Oh, the duplicity of man.
With my suspect list dwindling and the trail growing cold, I needed to find clues fast.
Man, this house is freezing. Let me go start the fire again.
Why is Elijah talking out loud to himself?
Did you go to 3 years of detective school?
No.
Is that how you learn to talk to yourself?
Show me to the crime scene.
I got this. Here at Dad's pancake.
See how they're welded to the pan?
This is not the crime scene we're talking about.
Well, I say this is the work of a psychopath.
So here we have what used to be the resting place of 5 Suzie-Qs. Yeah. And now there are just a bunch of rappers here.
What she said seemed suspicious, but she seemed trustworthy. For now.
Well, anyways...
Wait, let me get out my Cluinator 5000.
Wait a minute, that's just a regular magnifying glass.
Shh! Did you or did you not go to 3 years of detective school?
I'm telling you guys, it's just a magnifying glass.
To the untrained eye, it may seem like a magnifying glass. But to those of us who went to 3 years of detective school, it's a magnificent glaceuloid magnifying glass. I decided to retire to the living room to see if I could confront them and catch the perpetrator off guard. All right, everyone, to the living room.
Dibs on the couch.
There's actually only 2.5 rappers.
2.5 rappers, you say?
If my math is correct, which it is, because I spent 5 years at Miss Moore's Little Ray of Sunshine Kindergarten for the extra gritty.
Wow, he sounds really qualified.
I'm kind of impressed with the math skills. Let me see those rappers. Let's see, 1 rapper, carry the 1. Yep, it's 2.5 rappers. He's right. Josh, is he going to dust for fingerprints or anything? Because I just cleaned the kitchen.
You must not be very thorough.
Why is he wearing the white glove?
Here's an interesting clue. The refrigerator door is completely shut. There's only one man in this house who does that. That would be you, Dad. You are the thief.
Moi.
The reason I know is because there's only one man in this house who's responsible enough to shut the door every time. And that's you, Dad.
I shut the refrigerator door about every 2 minutes in this house.
How could you?
The refrigerator door. You're right.
Wait a minute. The ice cream is melted and running all over on the kitchen floor, so the refrigerator door could not have been closed since last night.
On the other hand, there's a string of blue thread here, which can only belong to one man's companion, a fuzzy blue stuffed bear with one eye. Josiah, it was you.
Whoa. Hold on. This thread is more the shade of your handkerchief.
There's a bookmark here on the counter. I'm thinking Joshua, the intrepid thief, was walking down at midnight, looking around, thinking about things to steal, reading his book on anthropology, when all of a sudden he got a sudden, serious starvation.
How sudden was it?
So sudden. It was so sudden that he dropped his book, ran and grabbed the Suzie-Qs, and in his peril flight, he forgot to pick up the evidence which he left behind.
Well, that could have happened, but this bookmark came from a book we have in the basement called How to Sleuth as a Gumshoe, and I don't read books from the basement.
Minor details, Watson. This heel print might belong to a cowboy boot. And there's only one person in this house who wears cowboy boots. Courtney, it was you.
Well, this looks like a pair of cheap hand-me-down Ariat boots, and I only wear Tony Llamas, so I'm pretty sure these boot prints can't be my boots.
Wrong background music.
Sorry.
Gentlemen, I have cracked the case. The horrendous offender who stole your precious pastries. The fiend who absconded with your cherished confectionaries. The pilfer that thought larceny lawful is...
Drum roll!
Hold on a second. You never do a drum roll when revealing the piece de resistance, the cherry on top. Anyways, the culprit is... the butler.
This isn't a murder. No one got killed.
No, we don't even have a butler. I don't think we even ever had a maid.
The gardener?
No gardener. We do our own cucumbers.
One word. Zara escaping.
I don't like to mow.
The grocer?
Nah.
Chauffeur?
Nope.
The strudel shop owner?
Nah, I trust that guy.
The milkman?
We're all lactose intolerant.
The mailman?
We never get any mail besides bills.
Piano tuner? School crossing guard?
We homeschool.
It was the cat.
Nope, she says no.
The gas station sign changer?
He's too short.
The butcher? The baker? The candlestick maker?
No.
No.
Boy, no suspects, huh?
This is absolutely incredible. The person who ate those things must have been a genius.
A ghost.
Absolutely, like ninja-esque.
Fox.
They should be nominated for Heist of the Year.
Crime of the century.
Probably an IQ near 200.
At least. Probably like on his bad day.
Way too smart for us.
Just a masterful grasp on planting evidence.
And a supreme understanding how to dupe mere mortals.
Well, that's big duh.
Not to mention his presumably insane knot-tying skills.
And relatively good looking.
Well, guess what, idiots? It was me!
You?
Yes, me.
We never suspected it all along.
How could it have been you?
Just because you have crumbs all around your mouth.
And wrappers sticking out of your pockets.
And the sticky fingers from the frosting in your fingertips with the feathers stuck all over you.
Wait, you're not a detective?
I really don't know how we could have guessed.
Well, now I've got you right where I want you. It started a week ago when I got this craving for Suzie-Qs. I started robbing all the places around town, but this one was the hardest for me to do. I was going to use the Suzie-Qs that I had stolen to bribe my way to Brazil. Being a gumshoe detective is really hard. This was my one ticket for a better life.
I don't think you really like going to Brazil. I've been there in Brazil. They all speak Portuguese.
So last night, I glanced over and I saw where Josiah had placed the Suzie-Qs. Then I waited till everyone was asleep. I snuck downstairs and I placed evidence around.
This is where his genius really came to play.
I even shut the refrigerator door.
Whoa, you are evil.
Then I needed a safe place to stash all my goods. So I went and got a saw so I could make a compartment in my bunk bed post. Regrettably, I sawed a little too far into the post, and it came crashing down on Josiah. It was then that I decided that it was a bust, and I needed to cover my tracks and cut my losses.
Wow, what a mastermind.
What an absolute lad. Genius.
And one more thing. I'm not even a gumshoe detective. I'm Elijah.
And so, Elijah bolted out the door with Suzie-Qs falling from his fedora, hopped on his tricycle with the remaining confectionaries he had, and pedaled away towards the border while laughing maniacally. He'll be back by dinner. All right, son. You can cross the border, but I have just one question. What are you doing with all these Suzie-Qs?
Do not question me. Have you been to 3 years of detective school?